Alright, might as well get started here. Let me just bring things back around to my character here. So this is the character that I made yesterday. I'm going to be continuing with her. I'm going to do a little bit of recap just because I forgot to turn on the thing that saves my broadcasts, so can't really go back to the previous broadcast. Anyway, so one of the things that I think you want to keep in mind is if you're creating a new character and you want to end up on the same place as your friends, you need to be on the screen previous to this one. So if you find yourself on this screen, you need to go back and select the data center that they're on. So you've got all the data centers here. There's North American data centers is probably where you are if you're watching my stream, but I mean, you might be European, Japanese, Oceanic, like whichever one's closest to you. And if you're planning to play with your friends, you just pick the data center that they're on. My main, for example, is on Aether, on Siren, but this character is on Dynamis, so we're just going to proceed to Dynamis. And I'm on Marlith. This is Kit Zwan, logging in. And of course we have to wait, because there's always lots of people logging in. This game is pretty popular right now. But anyways, I'm gonna go over a few other things. You notice, if you're joining me for the first time, you notice that I picked a cat person, which is a Mikote. I love cats. The reason I picked a female cat person is because it's just a little power fantasy of mine, the Warrior of Light being female. I like it. So, here I am in Limsa, which is where I started because I am an arcanist. I have a book, a mighty book. I can draw my book. I changed my keybinds. You can change your keybinds just by going to the system menu and then to keybind. You can change it to anything. Mainly what I changed was the draw sheath weapon. It was Z, I changed it to F. If you're using the controller, you can change it to the different keys on the controller as well. Shortcuts for gear sets and that sort of thing, for chat. Yeah, I changed all of these. So. And I also went into the HUD layout and changed the HUD all up because it was different. It looked definitely different than this. So I just changed a bunch of things, moved a bunch of things around. I like my party list to be down here. I like all my action bars to be here. I changed my hotbar 4 to be a 3x4 instead of just this long hotbar. I made all the hotbars visible, except for some of them that I don't need right now. I should actually make them visible anyway. And there we go. You just right click on them and it makes them visible. Oh, sorry, I gotta save. Anyways, that's the HUD layout, and you can just move everything around so that it's to your satisfaction. And I remember I moved the item help and the action help around a little bit. I wonder if this is a good place for them. And action help, where should we put action help? I guess we'll put it here. That means it'll cover up a little bit of the enemy list, but it shouldn't be too bad. If I find it too annoying, then I'll just move it. That just means that these little, when I hover over Ruin, you notice the little box comes up. It says what Ruin is, what it does. It deals unexpected damage with a potency of 240. Physic obviously restores the target's hit points, so that's my heal. Carbuncle. I can summon Carbuncle. Let's do that right now. So Carbuncle just follows me around. When I have Carbuncle summoned, I can use Radiant Aegis, which is my shield. It puts a shield on me that absorbs damage equaling to 20% of my maximum hit points, or lasts for 30 seconds, whichever comes first. Anyways, I'm here in Limsa. I have attuned to all of the aetherites in the city, so if I press M and look at my map, that means these little guys here, like the Fisherman's Guild, Hawker's Alley, the Arcanist Guild, and of course the Aetherite Plaza. And then up in the upper decks, there's a few more. These ones. So I've attuned to all of them, which means that the Aethernet will be able to take me outside. So I can just use the Aethernet to get outside because I have all these things that I have to do on the outside. Now a couple of them require me to be in Lower Lenosha, and I know my ultimate destination is Middle Lenosha because I need to go to Summerford Farms. But we're going to go to Lower Lenosha first. So see here? I have these three things here. These come up after you get all the Aethernets in the city. So I have the Zephyr Gate, the Tempest Gate, and the Airship Landing. Oh, one thing I should do before starting so that I don't get any tells is set myself to busy. There we go. Now people won't disturb me. So that's you just type /busy, and then you can type /busy again when you're done with it, and you want to allow people to contact you. So that should keep me from getting those random tells and random party invites and random trades and all that sort of thing. Although I'd love it if somebody came up and traded me a bunch of gil. Yeah. So we got the Zephyr Gate, which goes to Middle Lenosha, and the Tempest Gate, which goes to Lower Lenosha. So we'll go to Lower Lenosha. You have to click on it twice. So here I am in Lower Lenosha. I'm going to zoom all the way out so that I can see the entire field because it just makes it way easier. And zooming out, I mean, I'm using the mouse and keyboard, so I can just use the middle roller to zoom out. So that's all I'm doing. And now I don't have too many buttons, so I'm just going to cast Ruin on this little guy. You can see he's got the quest marker over his head, so he's one of my targets. And he's dead. Carbuncle just watches me, because really all I can do with Carbuncle right now is just this shield. And I don't really need it with these guys. These guys are pretty easy. Alright. So, we're gonna kill Wharf-Rats. I believe we have 2 quests to kill Wharf-Rats, so I think we have to kill 5 of them. You can do 2 quests at once. See, you notice it progresses both of them? We'll just kill things until I'm done killing things. Although I know I have to go to Middle Lenosha and kill things there too. I'm trying to progress the Arcanist quest first, because that way I can unlock my hunt log for the further things that I'm gonna do, and that can give me a little bit more XP too. I just got to level 6. Nice! So now I'm done with the little ladybugs. You see there's no more quest marker above their head. And I just got a few more abilities. So let's take a look at what those do. So this one grants me Aether Charge. So when I use Aether Charge, and I have to use it on an enemy that's already an enemy, like, that I'm actively fighting. When I use Aether Charge, it increases the potency of my Ruin. And you can see Ruin 2, Ruin 3, I don't have those yet, or Outburst for that matter. Outburst comes later. I've got Summon Ruby. So this is, I use Aether Charge first. I'm just going to move it over here. I use Aether Charge first, and it lasts for 15 seconds. And I cast Ruin, because my Ruin is increased potency. And then after Aether Charge is done, Summon Ruby is going to light up. So this Summon Ruby will just light up and I'll be able to use it, because right now you see I can't use it, it's grayed out. Once I can use Ruby, then I can summon him, and this Gem Shine is the move that I can use with Ruby. I'm going to put that right there. There's a method to my madness, I swear. So first I have to hit this guy, then I can use Aether Charge. Now I can cast Ruins. And cast them on these other Oh, apparently I don't need wharf rats anymore. Well, that's okay. I know what I do need is to slay some orales. And those guys are further over here. So I'm just going to sprint. Oh, and this tells me my trans gauge is unlocked. So this is all the information I just gave you. But it's just in a format so you can read it. And you notice my trans gauge is down here because I moved it before. So right now it's a carbuncle trans gauge. That's going to change, but it won't change for a very long time, so I won't worry about it right now. Right now it's just carbuncle, and I can use ruby. See how ruby is lit up? So when I cast ruby, carbuncle disappears, and I summon ruby carbuncle. And ruby carbuncle goes up and smacks that guy. And now I can use gemstone for ruby rain, which does a bit of damage on these guys. I get 2 charges of ruby rain. So now I'm back to Aether Charge. And that's the cycle that I use as a summoner at a very early level. There's no more Orale? Oh, here they are. I just select things with the mouse. Don't mind me. And this will kill it. Yep. And then I had to go talk to this girl over here. This is just a side quest, so I'm just going to skip through it. But look at this. I can get a pair of hempen tights. Now this is going to look beautiful. So here what I'm going to do is I'm just going to show you how the gear works here. So this is the recommended gear button. So usually this is what you want to use. It's going to put the gear on you that has the best stats. So in this case, it's going to equip the hempen tights over the Mikote loincloth. Don't I look gorgeous? Fashion statement of the year. Alright, so now I have my hempen tights. Let's see what quest that she's got. So she wants me to get some toad livers. So those are these toads over here in the river. So I just need to kill 3 of these guys. Now these guys, once you attack them, they will either run to you or they will try and pull you in with their tongue. Let's see if one of them will do it. Nope. Denied. I'm not going to waste my ruby on that guy. He was almost dead. There we go. Oh, none of them did it. But that's okay. We got the 3 river toad livers. So now we're going to go running up to turn that one in. So first we got to talk to her. And she's going to tell us to take it somewhere else. Because you can see by this marker that the quest is not done yet. So we got to take them up to Red Rooster Stead. And the only reason I'm going to Red Rooster Stead, because I know there's a whole pack of quests up here that I could do if I want to get levels, like if I just want to waste my time. Because I'm going to get levels real fast with the Road to 80 buff. But I could waste a bunch of time here and do a bunch of side quests, but I really only want one of them. And I'm just sprinting my way up here. And you see on the mini-map there's a blue quest called Where the Heart Is Mist. And what that is it unlocks the residential district where you can buy houses. I can't buy any houses. Not on this character. You have to be ranked up with a grand company, and I can't even join a grand company yet. So right now I'm just getting access to the housing area. Oh man, this guy's hoping to buy a house there, but just for adventurers these houses are. You can see there's a bunch of side quests here that I'm going to ignore. But I am going to turn this one in because I did it already. Alright, level 7. As you can see, I have no problem getting levels. Now the entry to Mist is over here, but it's down the cliff, so I'm just going to jump off because there's fall damage in this game. However, you never lose all your hit points from fall damage. You can go down to 1 hit point. But if something's chasing you and you go off a cliff, you can go down to death. But if you're just running around and you jump off a cliff, the only damage you can take is to take you down to 1 hit point. That's the max. Okay, so we just gotta pick a random ward. I'm gonna pick ward 1. I see that there's a bunch of houses for sale because these are new servers that were just recently added. And this is just gonna show us the Mist, which is basically a beachside resort. So it's really nice to have a house here. It's quite a good choice. All those empty plots. Oh man. On the server I'm on, and on most servers that are active, you won't see those empty plots. Let's go talk to this storm recruit. Yeah, Liminsons are barred from participating in the auctions. It's supposed to be for adventurers. And let's go back and tell that guy the bad news. But yeah, that's the Mist. So if you want to get a house, you should join one of the new servers and try to work your way up to 2nd Lieutenant. And then you're going to need to save up the money, as you saw on the list. I'll just show you again. They're quite expensive. See, the about 3 million, 4 million gil. Like the larges are about 50 million gil, 47,500. A medium is about 20 mil. See how much gil I have? I just broke 1,000. Yes! Alright. So even if I wanted to, couldn't afford a house. Gotta make money in the game first. In any case, let's go back and tell that guy that he can't get a house there because he's not allowed. Poor sucker. Anyway, we're gonna be moving right along. After we talk to this guy, we might as well just return to Limsa. Quest complete, and I can now teleport to the residential district. Perfect. And so I'm going to return to Limsa, because it's every 15 minutes. Might as well use it. I'm back here, and now I can go to the Arcanist Guild, and because I'm past level 5, I can also pick up the next quest after I turn this one in. So off to the Arcanist Guild. And they will give me a new quest with a new weapon, and also access to my hunt log. She's giving me my hunt log. And I get some raisins. Hooray! Now the benefit of eating, they give you little buffs, but really the buffs are not that important unless you're doing something at endgame. The main reason to eat food when you go into like a dungeon or anything like that is to get the bonus XP. So it just gives you a little plus 3% XP bonus, which starts to add up when you're in there and you're doing lots of things. So you can see here, she's going to give me a new grimoire, so I'm going to get an updated weapon, and I get to pick a piece of gear from her. So we're going to accept this quest. Are you eating well? Have you been practicing your tactics with Carbuncle? Okay, so first thing I have to do is I have to go kill some wild dodos and mandragoras. And those just have to be killed in Lower Lenosha again. I know there's more parts to this quest though, and I know those quests are going to take me to central, or to middle Lenosha, which is where I have to go for the other quests. So I'm going to continue with my Arcanist quests and go to lower Lenosha. And now you can see that this little kind of circly mark is above the heads of these enemies. That means they're on my hunt log. So I can kill them and get extra experience. They don't hit me for very much. I'm much higher level than them. One thing I didn't explain, I think, was about gear. You notice this pair of tights that I put on now has a tag on it at the very top of the item. It says binding. That means this is bound to me and I can't sell it on the market board. So I can't trade it to another player and I can't sell it on the market board. I could sell it to an NPC for very little, for 3 gil, as it says down in the bottom left corner there. But yeah, that's about it. So anyways, I just wanted to let you know about gear binding. Oh, okay. That's dead. Okay. I think that was it for little ladybugs. Yep, CC that comes up with the little ladybugs. It's 2 out of 3 Warfrats. So let's kill some more Warfrats. There we go. And it's just a little bit of extra XP. Your bar goes up, and you can do more things. I'm gonna sprint because I know that the Mandragoras and the Dodos that I'm looking for are gonna be somewhere else. Gotta do a lot of running around, as usual. Until I get my mount, it's gonna be a little slow, but you have to keep going to get your mount. You notice I have 20 males. I'm ignoring them right now. It's because I have a whole bunch of bonus things that I've either purchased on the online store or that I have gotten as loyalty rewards that get sent to every single character of mine. And the I don't want this playthrough to kind of be colored by that. I kind of want to make it as authentic a playthrough as possible. There's a couple people who just ran by on chocobos. I don't think we need any more wild dodos, no. Well, I could kill these 2 wind sprites though and get some XP from them. EXP. I'm attacking 2 enemies at once. That's okay. You can change between enemies by pressing tab. Although, if you've got a lot of things on your screen, it's going to tab between a lot of things. So I just learned Addle, which is a roll action. All the casters get it. So that's a useful one. I see the Mandragoras, these little guys here. Looks like these guys are just little Lalafels going around doing their early quests. One of them is an Arcanist. And the other looks to be a Marauder, maybe? Alright. So I finished that. So I have to go back to the Arcanist Guild. I don't think my return's going to be up. Nope, 8 minutes. So we're just going to run back. Should be no problem. But yeah, it gets to be way more convenient once you have a mount. These first levels, you do a lot of running around. And from some of these quests, I think I'm getting a little bit more gear, which is good, because I have a quest coming up that's going to check to make sure that I'm actually putting on new gear. So that's another reason why I do these quests first. You can see this one is going to give me new hat. This one's going to give me new gloves. And this one's going to give me new boots. And this one, I will grab the goat. Here I am back in Limsa. I'm gonna go to the nearest Aethernet, which is over here. And then we're gonna go back to, oh hey, Cheese Turtle. It's an interesting name. We're gonna go back to the Arcanist Guild. So now you can use the name here, if you know what the name is. Otherwise you can look at the map and see where you need to go, and then just click on the map. So I'm gonna go back and talk to her, and she's gonna tell me I got more to do. Alright, practical examination. So I want to go and examine some crates and return the inspected cargo to her. So be prepared. And another little help task popped up. I disabled the help tasks in the last playthrough, but if you're a new person, definitely those help tasks will guide you along the way. They're worth reading so that you kind of learn what you're supposed to do. But if you want to disable them, you just go into the system configuration, or sorry, not system, character configuration, and you go to UI settings, and they're under general, and it is display active help windows right here. So you can actually just turn that off, and then it, like with mine, it pops up to say there is a new active help, but you don't need to go look at it. So I'm going outside now to the other side because my Arcanist quest is out there, and I have a few other quests to do out there too. So we'll go to Middle Lenosha. I just discovered it, so I got some experience. I know I need to kill the little lambs. Little lost lambs. It's kind of sad. They gotta be killed. So I'm just gonna do that because they're on the way to the box. And you'll notice that they were on my hunt log as well. So that's convenient. I had to kill 4 of them. And only needed 3 for my hunt log. Okay. Let's continue. So we have to go down here. And I just know this from having done this many, many times, that you have to go down here. And you see how this is swirling with like a purpley glow? What that means is when you interact with this thing, it's going to spawn some enemies that you're going to have to fight. So you just know that ahead of time. Let's interact. Okay, and we got tree slugs. So let's attack the tree slugs. Don't get the orange on the ground. Bad. Don't be in that. Okay, we'll try to kill one of them first. There we go. See, once you kind of get the hang of it, you'll notice that if you get towards the end of a cast, you can start moving. It's called slide casting. Once you get the hang of the timing, it's really useful to avoid the orange spots on the ground, like the AoE spots on the ground. AoE being area of effect. So that is the, that means that anything that was in that orange circle would get hit. So if there was another person here, they would also get hit by it. So I'm just going to interact with this practice crate now. But yeah, the first thing you learn is avoid the orange. Always avoid the orange. Oh, hello. It's a book with hands. Ignore my presence? It's a little hard to do. Did not expect so proficient a performance against the enemies. Oh yes, that's right. That's me. Proficient. Spied much room for improvement. Yeah, well. Applying your tactics. Failure. Upon encountering threat level 9,785. Well, it's gonna be a while before we get there. I'll have a few other abilities by then. I'll have some more hit points and some more MP. I just have to get levels. I just need levels, my dear. Alright. So this is Kalaya. She's very pretty. Okay, so she's just basically telling me I have a good grasp of the fundamentals. And now she's asking me what influences my actions. So you can either say you want to outwit the enemies, you want to see what's going to amuse you, or you simply do what feels right. I'm going to go with that one, because that one seems to be legit. Just as she predicted. Now I think she says that regardless of what you say. Ah, yes, 90% chance to become an Arcanist of note. Only one other practitioner responded to the question in the same manner. Ah, the Guildmaster. Guildmaster gave her that book, remember that. Strategy is a tool used to manipulate one's situation into the desired reality. Yes. Strategy, strategy, strategy. Focus on refining your aptitude with carbuncle. Yes, we need more carbuncle abilities. So we're working on becoming a summoner eventually. Alright, off she goes. You notice it's nighttime now in the game. The day and night cycles are about half an hour. They don't really mean much in terms of what you can do in the game. But they do mean quite a bit if you decide to go fishing. So that will that would come into play for different aspects of the game. It also makes the world feel alive, and it'll be rather important in one of the expansions later. So the reason I'm going back is I want to turn in the sheep quest, I want to report to Baderon, and I need to turn in my Arcanist quest. So I just have a few quests to turn in, and then we're going to go off to Summerford, I swear. But this is just to get us some free gear, because I know we're going to need it. Now we can turn into Baderon because he's right above us. I know that for a fact. If you look at the map, he is right on the upper decks, right there. So we're just going to go up the lift to the Drowning Wench. And go talk to Baderon. We slew some rats, we get a hat. So I didn't have a hat before, so now I can put my hat on. It's beautiful. The nice thing about hats in this game is if you don't want your hat to show, you can actually use this button here. It's a hide display headgear. So I could display my my hair if I want to and still be wearing the gear. But I'm going to show it because look how beautiful it is. It's like a witch's hat. Anyways, there's now another quest here. Oh, look at this! We're gonna get a body piece. I was gonna get a body piece from the other quest. I guess we don't really need to do this quest, do we? Let's do it anyway. Okay, so we need to get some Orale. Maybe we'll do this one later. Alright, I know that the Aetheryte is down this way, so I'm just gonna go down this way. I know this city quite well. It might take you a little while if you're playing for the first time to get used to where everything is, but just use your map. The map will show you where everything is. It'll show you on the map, it'll show which direction you're pointed. And that just will help with everything. So first let's go to the Bismarck, which is the Culinarian's Guild. It's right up here. And we'll turn in the other quest. Ah, it's inside. Oh no, it's not. It's right out here. Fresh lamb. Here you go. Okay, and we're gonna get some leather light mitts. So you see these are the ones with intelligence and mind on them. So they're the ones we're picking. Because I'm a caster. If I was a physical damager, I would be taking these ones. And this is the Disciple of War only, so we don't want them because we can't use them. And now again, I can go into my recommended gear button and it'll equip these light mitts. We're slowly getting geared out. Slowly. Alright, so the very last thing that we have to turn in here is at the Arcanist Guild. I believe I'm level 8 now, so I won't be able to pick up the next Arcanist quest yet. That's okay. Okay, I brought back the cargo. Don't ask how I carried it. Stuck it up my butt. Relatively clear of blood and other gore. Excellent. So we gotta heed the instructions from Kalaya. Alright, so what are we gonna pick? Well, we could get a body piece from the other quests and then we could pick up these copper wristlets, but if you compare them... Oh, that's right, I almost forgot to tell you about comparison. Click on an item, right click on an item, and there's item comparison. And then you can see what it looks like compared to what you have. So this is not really much of an improvement from what I have. It's not giving me any more defense, magic defense. And I already have 1 intelligence and 1 mind. But these ones have also 1 strength, 1 vitality, and 1 dexterity. So I don't feel like these copper wristlets are worth it. Now this bone ring, on the other hand, and here you can look at either the right ring or the left ring. So this one only has 1 determination on it, but it has 1 defense and 1 magic defense. This one doesn't have the magic defense or the defense, but it has the intelligence and the mind. So I don't really feel like this ring is worth it either. This custom-made robe of casting, the only way to get one of these is to get it from this guild. It's not exactly a beautiful piece, but it's certainly better than what I've got. So I'm going to take it. And now I'm level 9. Let's put on this beautiful, beautiful piece and my new grimoire. And look at me. I'm a fresh newbie in fresh newbie outfit. Hooray. So if you look at my gear, the only thing I haven't upgraded now is the feet. And I'm not really worried about the right-hand side here, because this gear is actually fairly decent and will last me a little while. Now, I'm going to... Should I continue this Glory Days quest? Might not be worth it. Yeah, let's just go to Summerford. So we're gonna go to Middle Enosha. And we have to run to Summerford because we've never been there before. So I'm just gonna sprint to start out. If you ever have any difficulty finding where you're going, just use your map and you'll see the quest marker on the map. In this case, it's a finished quest. Oh, look at that! Somebody from my hunt log. Oh, he threw an AoE at me. I had to move out of that. Okay, he's dead. Oh, look, more. We gotta kill 2 more. There's that slide casting I told you guys about. Oh, he's dead. And that's it for puck hatchlings. Perfect. So from now on, I think I'm just going to follow the main story quest, unless I need extra experience. So I think we're gonna abandon this quest, and we're just gonna continue with the main story. And now I'll level up pretty fast through this main story quest, because they actually give you a really good chunk of experience. But when I get to the later levels, I might need to do some additional leveling up. What I can do though is I can kind of tell you the ways that you do that, and then mostly do that off camera. Here I am in Summerford Farms. And there's an aetheryte, so the first thing we're going to do, we're going to go grab the aetheryte. Now this is only the 2nd aetheryte I've grabbed, so I just learned how to teleport. So the way teleporting works in this game is you go to travel and teleport, and then over here it tells you how much gil it costs you to teleport. So if you look down at my gil list, I don't have a heck of a lot of gil, so I'm not going to waste a lot of gil on teleporting. The other thing that I can do is I have 3 favored teleports that I can use, but I'm not going to use them right now. Actually, I will, just in case I want to teleport back to Summerford Farms, because this is the only place I have right now. Now, you notice I have a free destination. The reason I have a free destination is because I have a token registered. So that is basically two-factor authentication. So I have a physical token, but you can get a software token on your phone. So when you log into the game, it asks you for the token value, and that way your account has less chance of getting hacked, which, yeah, you don't really want. So for right now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to set this to favored. Actually, I'll set it to free. Then I can teleport back here when I need to. I can always change these when I want. Like, there's no cooldown for changing them. See, flying. I miss flying. That's okay, we'll get there. Alright. Cutscene. Yes, I'm the new adventurer Battleground promised to send along. Kit Swan. Alright. He's the old bastard Battleground told us about. Good number of the lads and lasses working here once terrorized the high seas. So they're a bunch of former pirates here. He used to be the captain of a pirate ship, is what he's telling us. But the calamity destroyed his ship, and he was really badly wounded. So Admiral Merlib is the admiral. She's a female Rogadan, so that's why her name is difficult to pronounce, but it is Merlib. That's her initiative to get us landlocked. Buccaneers work in the field. So he's working the field now. Basically, that was part of the initiative to move away from piracy and towards, you know, legal dealings. This guy's kind of angry looking. Turns out you can take the pirate away from the sea, but you can't take the sea away from the pirate. A lot of my blokes just never took to tending the soil. Alright, so he needs us to kind of step in and try to show them the ways. And we get, again, you can look at these. These ones are for Disciples of War, so we can't take them. Well, we can take them, but we can't use them. And these ones are for Disciples of, well, they're for all classes, but they're coded for Disciples of Magic because they have intelligence and mind on them. So now we have, all of our left side is going to be new gear. And we hit level 10, so we get a new ability, and we can pick up the next quest from the Arcanist Guild. But first, I'm just going to move some things around on my bar a little bit. So now we have Energy Drain, and we have Fester. Gem Shine, go right there. And Energy Drain, what that does, it deals unexpected damage with a potency of 200, but it gives you Aether Flow. See this little gauge over here? It'll light up with 2 charges. So that means I can use Fester 2 times, because it requires 1 Aether Flow gauge to use Fester. Now this one deals unexpected damage with a potency of 340, so it's a much stronger attack. So we want to use this basically on cooldown. So whenever it comes up, we use this, and then we use up both Festers, and we wait for this to come back up again. So that's just something to manage while you're doing your little rotation with Aether Gauge and Summon Ruby. And this is basically just going to tell you the rotation. And this is the trance gauge. This is the Aether Flow gauge, and this is the trance gauge. So this is just information for you. So that little thing that comes up, you just click it, and then it'll give you the information that I basically just gave you. So let's talk to this guy again. So he wants to inspect my equipment. So this is why I was doing all those side quests, to get equipment, because this way I don't have to buy the equipment. pirates don't care to parley with dandies. So if I was in my original outfit, they might take me for a dandy. So come back when you're suitably equipped. So you have to have gear of at least item level 5. Let me show you item levels. So I know I'm good because his quest is not red. So if you look at the gear, it should show you the item level on the gear. So it's just below where it says hempen hat, and then it has defense and magic defense. Just below that, there's a bar that says item level 5. So there's a level for gear, and there's an item level. The level is what level you can equip it at. So that's just below where it says all classes, and then it says level 5. So at level 5, I can equip this hat. But item level tells you the strength of the gear. So this is more important when you get to end game, because then you hit the max level, and then you basically just work on getting stronger and stronger gear. But when it's lower level, it's not such a big deal until you get to like level 50, level 60, level 70, and level 80. But then the main story quest will give you gear, so don't worry. In any case, we're going to talk to this guy and let him have a look at us. As long as you're this well covered, I won't feel guilty throwing you to the sharks. Ha! Yeah, that's right, I can take them, sharks. Okay. So these pirates, they respect strength. Okay, I can pick up the leather grimoire, but I already have one. If you do the item comparison, you'll notice I have the item. So I don't need it. And I don't need bronze daggers, and I don't need a bronze war axe, because I'm not playing either one of those classes. So I'm going to take the elegant bronze pieces, which I can sell later to a vendor to get me some gil. So I'm going to talk to Staleworm again. The aura of confidence tells me you've not been idle since last we met. Yeah, we met just a short while ago. Like, that was literally about 2 minutes ago. Okay, I have a task that requires the attention of a capable adventurer. Might that adventurer be you? So this is a level 5 quest. Is a task for a competent adventurer. Okay, he's gonna lay before us the sorry tale. So he's heard about the abductors. Citizens have been disappearing from every corner of Limsa as if plucked from the face of Heidelin. So Heidelin is the name of the world, by the way. Boots and all, by an unseen hand. And what's this got to do with Summerford Farms, you might ask? Well, that remains to be seen, but it seems a collection of right unsavory fellows with azure-tattooed faces has been creeping up to the edges of the fields and spying on my yeoman. Okay, so nobody enjoys being scrutinized, but the farmhands are convinced that these are the kidnappers and are going to come for them. So they're a little bit worried and their work is suffering, so right now we're going to have to get them moving. So we have to go and investigate the tattooed thugs. So we gotta go have a look around Sisung Grotto. So we don't know what's gonna be there. Be on your guard. Okay. So now we gotta go to Sisung Grotto. As you can see, I'm just ignoring the side quests. We're just gonna do main story quests and Arcanist quests. See up here where it says Lurkers in the Grotto? That's the main story quest we're currently on. And just below that where it says Tactical Planning, that's my latest Arcanist quest that I have to do. I'm going to do it, but I want to wait for the story to send me back to Limsa first, because that's a little bit more efficient way of doing it. Right now I'm doing main story quests that are designed for level 5 characters. So, it's not terribly difficult to do. So Sisung Grotto. So this is where the quest is, but I actually have to go into this cave here, which is not very clear. But that's the way it is. So you see here, there's this little indent. There's a little cave that goes down here. And it leads into Sisung Grotto. So this is where we're going. Oh look, these bogeys are on my hunt list. Let's kill them. I'm going to start by energy draining them, festering them, ruining them. Ha! Easy peasy. Ruin. Fester. Let's use Aether Charge. And another ruin. And then let's attack this guy with some ruins. That should be enough. Yep. Now I'm level 11. Okay, so you see how this stone monument has this like yellow glow on it? I mean, it's not very visible because of the candles, but there's a yellow glow around it. And so whenever you see a marker that has yellow glow around it like this, that means you're going to be sent into what they call an instance battle, which means it's going to take you out of the main game world and put you in your own little instance where you fight a battle. So when I click on this, I know it's going to give me an instance battle, but there's probably going to be a cutscene before it, and I in fact know there's a cutscene before it, and it's a voice cutscene. Let me tell you about the voices. In the base game, A Realm Reborn, they have the original voice acting cast, and then they all change come Heavensward, the first expansion. And in my opinion, the change is really for the better. They're more consistent. They kind of sit in their roles a little bit better, I think. And the voices suit the characters better in a lot of cases. Now, so when we listen to this voice quest, it's going to be the original voice for this character. And so her voice will change later on, but not until we get past some level 50 stuff and get into like, you'll know, because one character will change voices between one cutscene and the next. It's a long time from now. But anyways, the voices are going to change. And but after they get to the first expansion, the voices stay the same for the rest of the game. So then you can get used to how they sound. And this is only in the English version. So anyways, I'm going to talk to this stone monument and start this cutscene. You are about to enter an instance battle. Instance battles only occur during certain quests and missions. Take a moment to read the information displayed in the active help window before answering the call of duty. So here it comes up, it tells me I'm going to be level synced down to level 9. So that's the maximum allowed level in this instance battle. That means that if I went out there and I did a bunch of grinding and I leveled up to 30, I'd come here and I'd be back down to level 9 when I did this instance battle. So it's not worth it trying to out-level the main story quest, really. Anyways, I'm going to proceed. And we're going to have a voice cutscene here.
I am the waves that bear. I am the winds that guide. I am the evening stars. I am the morning sky. I am born of the sea, and there shall I die. Thus reads the sailor's requiem, carved into yonder stone. Such words well describe the manner in which the citizens of Limsa Lominsa live their lives. It is both a litany against misfortune for those out on the waves, and a prayer that the souls of those who perish on land might find their way back to the sea. Ah, you are the adventurer I've seen around Summerford Farms. I thought myself on the trail of the kidnappers, but it would seem I have missed my mark. Or perhaps not. As I suspected, The etheric disturbance here is no natural occurrence. Nor is it a coincidence that the two of us should come here in search of those responsible for the disappearances, only to be attacked. But who stands to benefit from the keeping of this secret? Oh, such thoughts must wait. Let us attend to the task at hand, unpleasant though it be.
Here we go into the instance battle. So, Y'shtola will be in charge of keeping us healed up. She is a conjurer, as you can see. The spell she put on me is Stone Skin, which we don't have anymore. But when the game first came out, that was an ability that conjurers could do. So she can still do it, because they didn't bother to change that when they removed Stone Skin from the game. So right now I'm helping her with this, but there's eventually going to be little baby enemies that I have to kill while she focuses on the main guy. There they are. So I'm going to go get them. And then I can turn around and continue helping her with this guy. So you can turn my camera away. As long as I've got this guy targeted, I'll still attack him. Now I've got these little frenzied Cubus to deal with. And some more bogeys. And then we're done. It's a pretty simple instance battle.
Phew! Hear, feel, think. Crystal Bearer. I am Hydaelyn, all made one. A light there once was that shone throughout this realm, yet it hath since grown dim. And as it hath faltered, so hath darkness risen up in its stead, presaging an end to life. For the sake of all, I beseech thee, deliver us from this fate. The power to banish the darkness dwelleth in the crystals of light. Journey forth and lay claim to them. deeds shall the crystals reveal themselves to thee. Only believe, for the light liveth in thy heart.
Other warriors of light before you. Pretty trippy dream, huh?
Go now, my child, and shine thy light on all creation.
And we wake up.
Awake again, are we? Aha! The poor creature's fury was kindled with cruel forethought. See this blade? I found it in the Gubu's back. I have seen knives of this kind before. They are most commonly used for the cutting of rope. It would appear our culprits are seafaring men of some persuasion, piratical being the most probable. In any event, you seem much recovered from your sudden affliction. I confess, I was rather taken aback when you collapsed at the very moment of our victory. Mayhap a surfeit of ether? I beg your pardon. A towering crystal. I'm sure I don't... Oh! Well, well. This has been a day of unexpected revelations. I must continue my investigation. In the meantime, I suggest you deliver this knife to your patron, along with a warning concerning the pirate's probable involvement in this murky business. The days ahead promise little rest, I fear. May our paths cross again, under the light of the crystal.
She didn't tell us her name. How rude. Well, she didn't ask for ours either, and we didn't offer it, so... Let's go back to Summerford Farms, and guess what? I set that as my free teleport, so we're gonna just teleport back there. How very convenient. How's it going, Stilwyn? Alright. Yes, look at this knife. Such a knife would be part of any seafaring man's kit. Yep, the ruffians are pirates. So we're gonna have to warn the lads and lasses in my employ to be on guard against their schemes. Aha! A woman with a strange contraption. Y'shtola! She's been in Limsa for a good while now. She's studying the Aether. She's an odd-looking lass, I grant you. But she's not the kind to associate with kidnappers. Okay, well, we didn't think she was. So we have to go talk to these dudes who might potentially be lured back into pirating again. Alright, then we have his thanks. We gotta keep lending our talents to those in need. So ether or potions. Again, I'm gonna choose potions, just because I already have a stack of potions. I don't really need ether that much. Alright. Talk to him again. See, this is a level 7 quest. That quest we just did was level 5. So there's actually like a little bit of a gap. So if you're not doing some of the earlier stuff and getting levels, you might find that you need to level up a bit between quests, but I think they've made it fairly easy now to get the experience you need. Like, look at me, I'm level 11, so I don't think this is a problem. Alright, see Sloth Severin and his lot, never around when there's work to be done. I'd sooner hire you. Oh, well, thanks. Okay, round them up and let them know that he would like a word. Don't take no for an answer. Alright, so we gotta go find these guys. So there's one over here, and you can see on the little orange thing on the mini map here, or it looks more on the main map, that there's a guy over here. Now this arrow indicates that he's at a lower elevation than I am. So I'm gonna go over here and take a look. Yep, there he is. Just jump down and talk to him. Work, ha! Now what do you think is in his mug? Swill water or swill wine? I don't think this dude can afford swill wine. He says, well, you're right about the swill part. It might be worth a day of doing Stillworm's Charms if it can afford me a taste of proper grog. Alright, so he's going back to work. There's a guy over here somewhere. Oh, look at this. There's a Choco Keep over here. Let's talk to this guy. Alright. Chocobo Porter. This is the first visit to this shop. He's going to update his register with our name so we can access this location in the future. So now you can hire a Chocobo Porter. Now what a Chocobo Porter is it'll just take you on Chocobo back to your destination, and it costs a lot less than a teleport. So you can use these if you want to go back to a destination fairly quickly and without running into a lot of enemies. I mean, depending on the area, we're eventually going to run into enemies that will attack us on sight. And so this can be a handy way to avoid that if you don't want to run back and you don't want to teleport because you don't have enough gil, or you just don't want to waste the gil or whatever, and you don't want to use your return. We don't need it right now, but that's what it's there for. So there should be another guy around here. I think he's outside the gate here. Yep, there he is. Okay. Have a guess what I had for breakfast. What did he have for breakfast? Breaded sticks or ash tuna? Let's say ash tuna. Gods, how'd you know? It's my breath, ain't it? Ew. Alright, he's gonna go to work. Now we gotta go find these other guys. So we look on the map. So there's one down here, and then there's two over on the other side. Since I know a little shortcut, let's go over to the ones on the other side. You can just go around here. Ba-doop. And talk to this guy. You know what I did in my sailing days? Skirmishing or wonton slaughter? Wonton slaughter. Aw, yeah, you bet your bosom I did, lass. Those were the days. But he's still going back to work, so mission successful. And let's go find the other guy. Aylmer. What do you have to say? What do you reckon I say to that? Stillworm sent you. Work is for the weak and witless, or I've saucier seeds to sow. I've saucier seeds to sow. Damn right, don't get where I am taking guff from any glorified gardeners, but I suppose I could see what he wants to get him off my back. Okay, as long as you're going. Bye-bye. Now let's go get that other guy on the other side. The awkwardly placed one. Could sprint, but he's gonna be, like, pretty close. Yeah, there he is. Severin! I'm Severin. You're the old man's errand girl now? Tell my dear captain not to wet his britches, I'll be along. I don't care for landlubbers. Go find the chocobo you rode in on and ride on out. Oh, super friendly, dude. Whatever. Alright, I'm gonna teleport back. Because it's free. Alright, alright, alright. Let us continue. Continue to impress, lass. All but Severin are accounted for. It's no fault of yours, he squirmed out. I'll let that worm wriggle through my fingers more times than I can count. Oh, I've let that worm. Yeah. Rest assured, next time I see him, I'll put him squarely in the dirt, where all such worms belong. Friendly. Now I'm level 12. Alright, so... He worries his sack of oranges will not reach the checkpoint. Okay. We gotta go find his sack of oranges. We gotta go find Severin, who vanished with the sack of oranges. So, see, here it says, I'm sure there's wrongdoing afoot, so be sure to doubt anything that comes out of his mouth. So that means, you see how this word doubt is in like a special font and color? Yeah, that means we have to use the emote /doubt on Severin when we see him. And that's the way to continue the quest. Just talking to him won't continue the quest. So, where on our map is he? He's all the way down there. Let's start running. Oh, hi, Wens. I just noticed you were in there. Thank you for the follow. Alright, so we'll continue on our little quest. Running along through the scenery. It's actually pretty. It's fairly beautiful scenery, you know. But there are better looking zones to come. Much later. Alright, here's Severin. And remember, we target him with a left click. And then we do /doubt. What's this now? Is Stelworm sent you for the oranges? Huh? So the old bugger known all this time. What does it matter anyway? You're one of those goody-goody adventure types, right? Go rescue my mates from the double-dealing goblins. Okay, so you see this purple circle over here? That means that when I step into the area, enemies will spawn, and I have to kill them. Yep, there they are. Whoop. Whoop. That's that. Now we gotta help these guys out. And they're not very, they thought Severin had sold them out. But they're very grateful that I'm saving them. So we can tell that Severin shoved that guy aside and then ran off. Doop doop boo. Let's go back to Severin. Save my mates, for that I owe you. Suppose I should be shamed, blah 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 blah, but a pirate knows no shame. I'm only giving you this sack because I like the cut of your jib. Okay, I guess I'll do the rest of your job for you, you lazy bastard. And we just gotta go right up here. It's not far. Then we can teleport back to Summerford. Oh, I'm so glad I set that as a free teleport. There's another side quest here that I'm going to ignore. A scene. What have we here? A delivery from Summerford Farms, and as scheduled? First time for everything. Not a single one missing either. Alright. And we got the payment. And we go back to Summerford Farms. Let's go. Then we go back to talk to Stelwim. Back in one piece, that's a relief. Here's the sack of gill. He was holding out more hope for Severin. Ah. He was even willing to overlook the skimming off the top, but he sold them short to the goblins. Okay, so this is a cowl. Yay. Basically, when you have a cowl, you can't equip any headgear. So this is better than what I have. You can see that the defense goes up by +10, and the magic defense goes up by +18 on the side there. Tells you how much better it is than what I'm wearing. But also I'm going to lose my hat, so it's not actually going up by that much. But we're still going to take it, and we're still going to use it. So what it's going to do is it's going to remove my hat, which had some stuff on it. But it's still not as good as the cowl without the hat. So we're going to put the cowl on. And now I look like a monk. Can't even see my hair. What is this bullshit? Alright, and this guy is the next main story quest, so let's talk to him. Okay, we gotta get fertile soil. Crops ready for harvest. Oh, we gotta get black loam. Black loam. Okay, we gotta go talk to some lady in the orchard. Let's run. Here she is. Okay, so we gotta go get it from a place called the Cookpot. Once you've got 3 bushels, take them to Tiller's Rest. Okay. So I know where I'm going. I'm going over here. In there, there's some enemies that will attack me on sight. Or by sound. I'm not sure entirely which. I think it's sight. So we're gonna go over there. These enemies too. So you can tell the difference. See how these guys have this little icon next to their name that looks like a little blue thing? And these guys have an icon next to their name that looks like a red thing. That means these guys will attack me. And these guys won't unless I attack them first. But I think I have to come back and kill pirates later, so I'll just leave that be. Oh, oh. Okay, I'm gonna show you what this guy is. He's a level 50 guy. He's red, so he'll attack me on sight. So what he is a hunt. So he was spawned. Sometimes they spawn randomly. Sometimes you have to do certain conditions to spawn them. People go around and just kill them because it's a way to get what they call allied seals or Centuro seals. And they're currencies that you can use to purchase some pretty cool things. So when you see these guys in lower level areas, it's a pain in the butt because you're trying to do your low level quest as a low level, and they will definitely aggro you, by which I mean attack you. And a level 50 attacking me, a level 12, is going to kill me in one hit. So we're just going to avoid him. So we got to go into the cook pot, which is this little circle right here. And there's these level 8 guys who will attack me on sight, as you can see. And I'll just kill them. And you notice I got a new ability here? Resurrection. That's my raise. So basically what that is whenever if I've come across somebody who's dead, I can cast that on them and it'll bring them back to life. And so it's pretty cool to have that. And it's a very long cast time. I gotta kill this guy. And this guy. Whatever, guys. Okay. Get more black loam. Go over here and get the last black loam. And then we'll get the hell out of here before they respawn. Because I know the other guys is over there on that other side. We're just gonna run out this side. I'm gonna ignore that guy who's aggroed on me. I guess he'll give up after a while. They only chase you for so long. So you can outrun them. Especially if you're on a mount. Even if you're not using sprint, you can outrun them. Oh, I need you for my hunt logs, so I think I'll actually attack you. But I'll come back to you guys later. Alright. Got your black loam. Yeah, so basically that's their poo, the buffalo's poo that we just picked up. Wonderful, huh? There's those copper wristlets again. Again, I don't really want them, so I'm going to take the bronze pieces. And I just leveled up again. I'm level 13 now. So he needs some stolen farm tools recovered. And he's going to give me a level 8 book. So we're going to take his quest. So we got to go get some pirates to get back his farm tools. So this is why I didn't bother with those pirates first, because I knew I was going to be coming back here and killing them again. We've got to kill 3 pirates. Okay, now if we target the raiders, it's not going to get us anything. We want to target the pirates, because they're going to be the ones that are on my hunt log. Oh, he's still got a sliver of health. I think that's it for the hunt log. So now we'll just kill this raider. It's nice to do this as a caster because you don't have to actually run in there and grab them and then risk aggroing all of them. You can just pick them off one by one. And then I run back. I'm not gonna waste my sprint when he's this close. Here's your tools. Tools back in serviceable condition. You think Severin had a role in the theft? Good old Severin, man. Nobody likes him. Alright, so we go back to Stilwyn again. Teleport. So handy. What's going on, Stilwyn? Pirates making off with our tools. Poof-wah! Poof-wah! Okay. Okay, Severin is gonna get punished. I'm level 14 and I'm gonna put on my new grimoire. Equip. Because I'll do more damage with it. Come to expect a great deal from you, lass. You've never once let me down. But what I'd ask of you now goes beyond aught I've asked before. Will you hear my plea all the same? This is level 9 quest. Severin is up to no good. Something must be done. Okay. Yes, I'm familiar with Severin. He's been skulking about when he's up to no good. Rounded up his rogues and buggered off, with nary a word to anyone. Something tells me this is different than his regular insolence. Okay. He didn't look defiant so much as hunted. Can't help thinking he's gone looking for trouble and found more than he wanted. Okay. Might hunt his sorry ass down and drag it back here before it's too late. Okay. It's like... Okay, so he just reminds you of your younger self. I got it. Let's go ask Grinwilda at the Aetheryte. She was the last one to see him. Okay, got it. Where is she? Oh, she's just around the corner. Saw him set out for Woad Whisper Canyon. Skin themselves stupider. Cheeky sods should us join them. Okay. So where are we going? Over here. Let's get to it. More running around. As you can tell, like, the quests at this level are not super duper interesting. It's basically, it's a start for you. Like, you're a very humble adventurer at this point. You haven't done much, and they're giving you kind of the low-end jobs. But you're about to thwart some kidnappers, and then that'll start to get you a little bit of recognition, and then you'll start to get a little bit more difficult jobs, and so on and so forth, and they'll start to trust you a little bit more. And this is basically what you're working towards. Poo delivery cat, yeah, indeed. Anyway, so I'm just making my way and earning my keep around here. I'm level 14 doing a level 9 quest. I haven't done my level 10 job quest yet. But I'll do that when they send me back to Limsa. Oh, here's a guy. Oh, he led them into a trap. The others weren't so lucky. Okay, let's go find the others. So, let's sprint. We're gonna aid this guy. And, you can see why they glow. Instance battle. But there's Severin up ahead and a tattooed man. Ooh. But let's talk to this guy and do the instance battle. And it's gonna sink me down to level 13, which is not too much below my current level. By the way, if you do this at level 9, it's fine. You can still do it. It just sinks you down to level 13 if you happen to be over leveled. Betray even yourself, Severin. Oh, he's kicking him around. Oh, I see. So he was going to desert them, and he had to provide with suitable replacements. But then he changed his mind because he didn't want to put his buddies in danger. So he's deserting them. So he's trying to do the right thing. Oh, who's that guy? He's got a cowl too. And a mask. Send unto me a creature of the abyss, my thrall to command, that I may smite mine enemies. Oh, oh, oh! Off they run. And I fight. This guy looks big and bad. He's not so bad. Look at him, he doesn't even aggro. Until I cast stuff on him. Now he suddenly hates me. Casting, casting, casting. Run out of that. I could just run to the sides, but it doesn't really matter. Running out of that. Carbuncle won't get hurt, so we can stay in there. See, it's easier to just run to the sides there. It's just I was so close to the back of that thing that I just ran out of it. You kind of learn eventually the most efficient ways to get out of the little ground markers. That the golem could be vanquished. Yes, it could. That woman is no ordinary adventurer. No, indeed. That's right. It's Y'shtola. The snake slithered away. I'm glad he did not have this chance to sink his fangs more deeply into you. Well, I'm glad too. Thank you for the concern, Y'shtola. What's happening? What are we looking at? The beast tribes. Something is afoot. The question is what? Could it be that the tribes are planning to summon their primals? 12 help us if it should prove so. Limsa would be hard-pressed to keep a single primal at bay, let alone two, but it is all speculation. She needs to find evidence. But when is this? What are we looking at? Sea continues to rise. Oh, there's the Red Moon Dalamud. Guess what? This is in the past. It is as Louisois foretold. Yes. The blurring of the boundaries between the material and etheric planes. Little now stands between us and the primals. They are not here yet. Though time be against us, hope shall ever be on your side. Never did the creed of Charlian ring more true. So she can see ether with this device, is what she's saying. Now that she does, she begins to take it for granted. How swiftly do the wonders of Charlian seem commonplace. Oh, flower girl. Have a flower. Have you come for the festivities? Ah, yes. The maelstrom officially makes the great hole in the sea its training ground. Festivities. Ah, but there's an etheric disturbance. Yes. Whence does it emanate? Seasong Grotto. Ah, this is before she met up with us. So that skipped around in time just a little bit. But how did we see the past? What have we here? Can you walk? Ah, she's talking to Severin. "'Tis I. Regrettably no, he eluded me. Understood, I will inform the Commodore." What was she talking with? "You collapsed from your exertion. Are you suitably recovered?" Okay, so Severin has told her what's going on. A golem is a mindless automation, inert save when commanded to be otherwise. So pirates could not hope to control such a thing, because it's arcane in nature. So these are not common pirates, they are minions of the Sahagan. Aha! As to their purpose, well, Y'shtola's gonna get to the bottom of it. First, she's going to escort Severin back to his place of employment. Okay, so he's probably gonna want to thank us in person, so we should go back and talk to him. He told me of you, but perhaps he did not tell you of me. My name is Y'shtola. I am a naturalist of sorts, surveying the aether in the hopes that it might offer some clues as to our predicament. Yes. You do owe us quite a bit, Severin. Yes, that is a debt you can never repay, because you know what? We're probably not going to see you again. So we gotta go to Summerford Farms. So she's a little suspicious, like we seem different. Mayhap we have a chance to speak again when I have marshaled my thoughts. Till our paths next cross, farewell. So that is Y'shtola. She's pretty cool, but right now we don't know much about her. Let's go talk to Stalem at Summerford Farms. Lo, I knew you'd return. Okay, tales of my heroic deeds have preceded me. Ah, he was once a serpent reaver, a thrall to the Sahagin. Reavers may look and sound and act like pirates, but they're not but the fishback's flunkies. The Reavers never followed a code. Years back they started snatching law-abiding Liminsons. I'd only just taken my oath when our captain bent the knee to his new Sahagin masters. I knew I had to get away. But then they found him at Summerford Farms. Penalty for desertion is death, but they said they'd offer him his freedom in exchange for his mate's freedom. Aha. When your time came, you made the right decision. The men say little to me, but they talk about how you stood up to the Reavers at the last. You gave up your life to save theirs. Okay. He's gonna hand himself over to the Yellow Jackets. Each man must sail according to his own moral compass. I just hope yours guides you back here someday. There will always be a place for you at Summerford Farms, lad. Aww. I'll always be in your debt, Stalewim. Aww. Okay, now we talk to Stalewim again, because he didn't talk to us really at all. He owes me a debt. Yes, yes, you do. Ask one more favor. Tell Bataran what's happened from start to finish. I'm certain he'd put a good word in for Severin if he knew the whole story, and he's one of the few people I know who the Yellow Jackets will listen to. Okay, so now we go back to Limslaminsa. I'm just going to return. And we go back to talk to Bataran, and now I can pick up my Arcanist quest. Finally. So the first thing I'm going to do is go talk to the Arcanist Guild, because I think that is pretty important. She wants to assess the improvement of my Arcanuma skills. Time for your next lesson is upon us. Should be ready to face the more dangerous threats in western Lenosha. Roselings and wild jackals. Okay. Vanquish 3 of each. I trust your strategy will consist of more than simply flinging ruin over and over again. You are not the novice you once were. No, I've got other abilities. Alright. So we gotta go kill roselings and wild jackals. Now if you look at the map, they're all the way up here in western Lenosha. And middle Lenosha is the area that we've been to. So we're gonna have to get out there. But we're gonna have main story quests taking us around that area as well. So it's a question of whether you want to do the main story quest at the same time as you want to do your Arcanist quest. But I would actually like to just get the Arcanist quest done. Because once I get to level 15, I can do the Hall of the Novice and get a good set of gear. But I do need to have my level 10 Arcanist quest done before I can do that. And I might even need to do my level 15 quests. So I'm going to prioritize my Arcanist quests. Bloody elves, life on the farm ain't quite how I pictured it. Needn't worry yourself over Severin. Okay, so the Yellow Jacket that hands out punishment is a good friend of Bataran's. So he'll probably commute the lad's sentence from hanging to keel hauling. Well, isn't that nice? I'll see he's treated fair. It sounds to me like you've done everything he asked of you, justifying my generous finder's fee in the process. Much obliged. So, now I have free room and board at the inn. Venturing's a trying business after all. Them as don't rest their bones every now and then tend to end up with broken ones. Inn rooms now available. Oh yes, and with you won't have much time lying around with the levs you'll be doing. Putting your name down for levs. So this is the Lev Quest area. So whenever you want to make a little extra gil or experience, there's some tasks you can take on. So those are guild levs. We're not going to do any of them, but you can do them, and there's a good way to level alternate jobs and classes. Although personally, I use them more when I'm leveling gathering jobs or crafting jobs. Enjoy the wench's hospitality. Hooray! Now you have access to recommendations. The feature list displays a list of quests or duties currently available in your area. Recommendation lists can be opened under duty in the main menu and will also be displayed automatically when you log in. I will probably just close it as soon as it pops up. Now I'm level 15. Alright, and I can pick up his next quest. I might as well do that. He has a suggestion to put you on the road towards new adventures. Rested and ready to expand your horizons? I have an idea where you might be heading next. We've got to go to the Skylift. And we're going to track down the head of the operation, and he'll put me to work. Good. Let's see if the smith will talk to me. I have been entrusted with the task of providing assistance to new adventurers. Questing alone brings its... You haven't truly adventured until you've delved into some darkened dungeons, stalwart companions at your side. Ancient ruins, echoing caverns, all manner of deadly places. How one fights in a party is often drastically different from how one fights alone. So that, yeah, this guy has some tips. Hall of the Novice membership has been granted. You have access to Hall of the Novice. So I can talk to register for training exercises by speaking with one of the smiths or selecting Hall of the Novice located under duty. So I can actually start doing these quests. So this one is just to teach me how to avoid area of effect. So that's just to teach me how to avoid AoEs. Let's go ahead and commence. Now the reason that you do these quests is, one, it teaches you party behavior, although some of it's not really accurate for how parties act in the game as it is. But otherwise it's quite useful. But it gives you a really good set of gear that will actually last you up to level 20 something. So it's definitely worth doing. And one of the things that you get for doing the very last exercise is a ring that gives you an experience bonus, all the way up to level 30. So it just helps you to level a little bit faster, and it gives you some decent looking gear that you can use. Okay, so all we're doing in this one is avoiding area of effect. So you just move out of the area effect, and that's literally all you do. Usually for this one, what I do is I run in circles around the arena on this white part. And yeah, that pretty much dodges them. This one too. Don't stand in the orange, don't stand in the orange, don't stand in the orange. Whee! Okay, so this guy's gonna pull me in, and he's got me attached to him. I can't move, but I will be able to move. See, it's only got 1 second left. So I just keep pressing on my key to run, my W key. And then eventually I got out of it. So that's how you pass that part of it. It can be a little tricky if you're not used to doing this kind of stuff, but it's not too bad. And then I finished successfully. Hooray! Alright. And he's gonna give me a pair of gloves. Look how much better those gloves are than my current gloves. A lot better. Of course, I was wearing level 5 gloves, but eh. So we're gonna put them on immediately. They look a little weird with this cloak, but eh. So we talk to him again, and he'll give us the next training exercise. And you notice that it says DPS training. So DPS is damage per second. So basically what we are is damaging classes. And it recognizes that I'm a magic damager. So it's giving me the magic damaging brand new half gloves. So there's a different set for each sort of how to put it. There's a different set for tank, for healer, for physical DPS, so melee and physical ranged, and magic ranged DPS. Well, magic ranged DPS gets the same set the healer gets, because right now they're just counted as magic users. But that's okay. Anyways, so you can, if you decide to level up different jobs later on, you can run this multiple times, and you can get good gear sets for them at level 15. It's definitely worth doing. And if it teaches you a few things in the process, that's good too. Okay, so this is basically, we're going to be attacking a target. So we have to attack the target that the tank is attacking. This is what this lesson is teaching us. There's only one target, so... It is your job to take the foe down. I shall. Don't worry. Okay, then we talk to him, and he puts us in. This blue guy is the one we're attacking. These red guys are our allies. Red versus blue. Okay, let the tank hit him first, and then I start attacking. Healed himself. Jerk. And that's it for that. Hooray. Okay. And this time we get a pair of thigh boots. So we're gonna put the boots on. Hooray! Talk to him again, get the next exercise. Okay, so this one is defeat an occupied target. So we're gonna be fighting multiple opponents. what is going to happen is the tank is going to take the attention on all of them, and we're going to attack the target that the tank is attacking first. So we just have to pay attention to which one the tank is attacking. And actually they tell us. They tell us the order of who we're attacking first. So we just have to pay attention and attack the ones that they say to attack. So there's 3 of them. Okay, we're going to start the fight with the Staff Weaver. Such foes are often the most dangerous but the least robust. Okay, so we're just going to wait till this guy hits him first, and then we're going to attack him. Okay, we'll move on to the Fist Fighter. So wait until the tank attacks first, and then hit him. Okay, and that's it for that guy. Now we just got this guy left. Ruin, 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 ruin. I can't use anything else right now. Super boring. Just ruin over and over again. I've already used up all my other stuff. It happens though. It's part of being a very low level. As you start to get used to the multiple abilities, it becomes a little easier. And then you get more abilities and you get used to those. Okay, this one didn't give me a piece of gear, but the next one I think will. Okay, we gotta avoid engaged targets. Whatever this one means. This is you defeat the enemies while avoiding being attacked. Okay, so basically what this one is we're going to avoid the ground markers, so the orange on the ground. We gotta avoid that, but at the same time we gotta attack. So we're gonna be attacking and we're gonna be moving. Now this is a little bit harder for a class like Thaumaturge, Black Mage, but you can still get your attacks in because they don't put down those orange markers very frequently. Now for me as an Arcanist, I have a lot of abilities that I can do while moving, so that actually makes it a little bit easier for me. Okay. I'm gonna move over here so I don't hit I don't think it matters, but just so I don't hit my teammates with the attacks that are all gonna be focused on me. Alright. Good. Then we get our reward. And he gives us a pair of pants. Well, actually it's a skirt. But you can't see it right now because it's going to be underneath my cowl. Brand new waist strap. Oh, yeah. So we gotta engage enemy reinforcements. So what this one is teaching us is if your tank is busy and you see something going to attack your healer, you should probably try to catch that before it attacks the healer. Now, this is hardly ever actually used in practice because typically speaking, the tank needs to pick everything up. So the tank is the one who should be picking up things. But sometimes when ads spawn in the middle of a boss battle, for example, the DPS just take them out and the tank doesn't bother to pick them up. So it kind of comes into play sometimes, but not really. Anyway. So since I know they're going to be attacking the healer, I'm just going to position myself over here so that I can get them right when they spawn in. So we got to attack this guy, and then when the new guys spawn in, we got to switch our focus to them immediately. See? Right there they are. Attack. And they go down pretty quick. We go back to attacking this guy, and the healer yields us up. And we attack this new one. And I'm just using tab to switch targets, because there's only 2 enemies on the field. So I can just switch between them. It's a little harder when there's more enemies on the field. Hello, Quiz. One of my cats came to say hi. Alright, done. Okay, we didn't get a gear reward for that one either, but look at that, we leveled up to 16. Because we are getting experience for doing these. So now we have to interact with the battlefield. So the way this one works is there's going to be something on the battlefield that we can click on and interact with. And at some point during the fight, we have to click on it and interact with it. So in this case, what it is it's a gate. So the gate will open, and then an enemy will come in. And what you have to do is close the gate first, so no more enemies get in, and then go attack the enemies. So that's the way this one works. I mean, it's basically just what this guy is saying. Yes, everything's clear. Come on. And this one I think will give me the body piece, then I won't be in this ugly cowl anymore. Of course, there'll be more cowls coming later on. So I know the gate is over here, so I'm gonna actually position myself over here. I'm gonna target this guy. I'm gonna start attacking him. And I'm gonna look at the gate. Oh look, this guy came in. So now it's my turn to go operate this gate lever. And now just kill this guy. And he's totally gonna be dead. Nope, not completely. Now he's dead. And once again, we just ruined this guy to death. Duty complete. There's only one more exercise left to do. So this one gives me the body piece. You don't get a hat from this set, unfortunately. You gotta get your own hat. So it's gonna put on my hempen hat. So I'll get better hats later. But anyways, now I have a kind of interesting gear set. I actually look like I know what I'm doing. I mean business. That's right. But anyways, we're going to do the last exercise because it's going to get us the ring. So this is the final exercise. It's going to take us out into the field. And he's right here explaining things to us. We're going to basically be making our way down the hill. And we're going to have to fight enemies. We're going to have allies with us. We're we're going to be putting everything to the test. So just remember all the things that he taught us in the other exercises and we'll be fine. Talk to him again to commence the exercise. And here we are with our allies. And there's a dodo. Okay, let's attack the dodo. So don't get in that. I guess the tank's allowed to stand in it. He didn't take the Hall of the Novice training or something. Okay, now we gotta attack this jackal before it attacks the healer. Okay, there's another jackal. Just switch targets and start attacking him. I don't need to worry about healing myself because the healer's going to take care of that. Right, now we just continue attacking the dodo. Jeez, this tank is really bad. Keeps standing in the orange. Okay, now we're attacking these guys. So we gotta attack the one that the tank's attacking. And they're gonna throw those little things at us. They do that every so often, so you just run around and stay out of them. But once we finish killing this one, then it'll be only 2 of those circles. Slide casting. And once the circle disappears, you can go back into the area where it was. It's like so. I can go back over here. Because once the circle disappears, it won't, the damage won't happen to you. Unless you were in the circle when it disappeared. Okay, final enemy. He does some ranged attacks as well, so just be careful with him. He also does that, so you don't want to stand in front of him. Most cases, you don't want to stand in front of the enemy. The tank usually should be facing enemies to the north. That's typically what happens in an actual boss battle situation. But some tanks don't do that. So just make sure you're not standing in the enemy's face, because some of them cleave, and some of them don't leave those markers on the ground when they cleave. So you don't want to be standing with the tank. Unless the tank has a stack marker, but we'll get to stack markers later. And he's dead. And we're done. And we just wait, because it'll take us back to the top of the hill. Don't listen to Linnell. A ring! I got a ring! Okay. So now it's going to equip the brand new ring. Hooray! And if you look at it, you notice it increases XP by 30% when level 30 or below. But it's also got fairly decent stats on it. It's got +3 to every stat. So that's really handy to have. Anyways, now I have some good gear, but I'm past my time for my stream. And I do have somewhere to be. So we're going to actually leave it at that. Before I do that, one thing I wanted to show you was change pose. So you can change your standing pose. Just type /Z pose. And you have a bunch of different standing poses you can cycle through. and back to normal. But what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to go into character configuration, and under, I believe it's under general. Oh, no, it's not. Display name settings, item settings, control settings. Target filters, character. So randomize the idle animation. What this does is it makes it so that when you stand still after a few seconds, after 5 seconds actually, your character will go into a random idle animation. It'll stay that way for 5 seconds and then it'll switch to another random idle animation. So basically it looks like your character's kind of standing around, like changing their pose every so often, which is kind of a neat look. I'm also going to go in here and with battle effects. Now with my own battle effects, I want to show all the effects. I want to see all the cool things I'm doing. But with my party, I only want to see a certain limited number of effects, because I just want to see what's important for me to be standing in. Now with everybody else, no effects. Because I don't want a bunch of effects on my screen when there's a bunch of people around attacking something, because that's going to make it difficult for me to see. So, changes, saved. I'm going to go into my target, and this is the filter settings. So I've enabled it so that it only filters through enemies, duty-specific enemies, aggroing enemies, and then NPCs and objects. You can change this so that your tab targeting goes through all of these things, but I don't recommend it. Where was it? This is filter settings, UI settings, hotbar settings. Is it general? No, it's not general. Oh, it doesn't matter. I wanted to show the remaining hit points percentage of my target, but I don't see it in here. Can't remember exactly where it is. I'll come back to it. I think it's fine. But yeah, now my character is doing random idle animations, so I think that's pretty cool. It just seems more alive that way. Wait for a little bit and she'll change on her own. See? Yay. Alright, so when we come back next time, I'll do my next class quest. And we'll continue with the class quest, because I'm all the way up to level 16 now. I want to finish the level 15 class quest. And then we'll continue with the main story quest. So I'll just go into the inn room. Retire to an inn room. There's all kinds of things in the inn room that you can interact with. We'll get to them. Especially this. Oh, glamour dresser. Glamour dresser. Glamour dresser. Okay. Anyways, you can actually use the bed to log out. So, you just right click on the bed. And here's where you can try on store from the online store. Or you can log out, or you can exit game. I'm just gonna log out. It does a little animation of your character going to sleep. Pretty cute, huh? Now I'm going to switch data centers and go back to my main. But first, before that, we'll end the stream. I'm just going to set it to the post stream so you guys can see. And then I'll go ahead and send myself back to Aether. Hopefully you all enjoyed the stream. It was a lot of fun talking to y'all. And hopefully this time it actually saved the stream. We will see. But thank you for watching. Thank you for joining me. Thanks for hanging out. I really appreciate it. If you want to hang out next time, my next stream is going to be Saturday at 3 p.m. So please join me again, and I'll be continuing my playlist with my little kit. Thank you. Bye.